We're going to move on now to our next cruise. Before we do, though, we'd love you to stay in touch with us, and there are various ways you can do that. You can sign up to our newsletter. You can call now to get your free copy of our journey brochure, or you can check out our brand new website. The website is brilliant. It's so user-friendly. It's so easy. And all the cruises have got their special ID number today. Just type in that ID number. You'll be able to find those instantly and get more information about any of those. But what is so nice is that all of the cruise consultants that you speak to, they're all very, very knowledgeable, dedicated, and we're joined by one of them right now, our fabulous Chris. Nice to see you again.
Hello, nice to see you.
I haven't seen you for a few months, actually. But I know you've worked with Planet Cruise for many, many years. And also, you worked on board the ships, didn't you, originally?
Yes, yeah. 4 years on board. Loved every minute of it.
I bet you did. If I was younger, I'd do that now. I really would. I'd love to work on the cruise ships. For viewers that have never booked through Planet Cruise, I hear you've just won another award.
Yes, that's right.
2 awards.
Yes, from Princess. In fact, this is the deal we're going to be talking about in just a second. They voted us most outstanding agent. Can you beat that? You know?
So doing really, really well. It gives our new viewers real trust in Planet Cruise as a brand. And yeah, you're going to be talking about our Princess cruise, aren't you?
Right. Yeah, this one is very popular, just as all of them that we show on this TV show. This is going to be Princess's newest ship. This is the Regal Princess, and it's going to be sailing out on the 4th of June. I just want to tell you a little bit about this ship. This is going to be... it was inaugurated in 2014, so less than a year old.
Wow.
It's the sister ship to the Royal Princess as well.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful, isn't she?
Right.
We see her right now.
Exactly. One thing that is special about it is the large-sized sanctuary that you're seeing right there. This is an adults-only area. It incorporates the spa. Look at this beautiful little dip-in pool there just for adults. The best thing about it is that atrium. Look at the size of that atrium. Absolutely stunning. It's the real hub of the ship, I'd say. There are bars, cafes off the centre of that. It's the centre of the action, definitely.
And there's spontaneous performances that happen with Princess as well, isn't there? Like you might get a sword swallower suddenly turning up, or you know, someone impromptu just sing a song.
That's right. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get in that atrium. It's the centre. It holds 3,500 guests as well, so it's a really nice size. You get to meet a lot of people. The service is 2 to 1, as you'd expect to see on a 5-star cruise line. You know, the food is absolutely impeccable as well with Princess. They really pride themselves on their food quality.
And looking here, I mean, just spectacular.
Yeah, that's the fountain show. That's
right.
Every night. They have this every night, and it's incredible because it happens on the sister ship as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And Chris will tell you this, but I know that the ship was christened by the cast of A Love Boat, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know,
really?
So, yeah, the old cast of A Love Boat, that wonderful show of the 1970s.
They brought them all back.
Dug them up.
But you know, we know that anyone that's booking this cruise, they're going to be absolutely overwhelmed with the beauty of this ship.
That's right, yeah, there's so much to do, as you'd expect on any of the ships. One nice little thing is they have the movie Under the Stars. If you're relaxing on a nice summer's evening, they bring out the sofas, you can get a glass of wine and watch a movie under the stars there, really nice.
And there's nothing like, you know, I mean, all ships are very well maintained in general, but when it's a new ship, it's just, you know... There's
crisp sheets, fresh paints, gorgeous.
And a TV studio. They've got a live TV studio on there as well, Princess Live. So you can, you know, you can be part of the studio audience.
You'd be nuzzling your way in there, wouldn't you, Keith?
Unbelievable. Any chance to dig in? You know what I mean? Apples, elbows.
Sorry, Keith. Seriously, it's lovely to be working with them again. I'm only joking. We're great buddies. But anyway, let's show you the great itinerary with this one as well. It's quite exciting, isn't it, Keith?
Yeah, it really, really is. So we're going over to Copenhagen. Now, the great thing about cruising the Baltic is quite often you have to do those 2 days across the North Sea. You know, you don't have to with this.
No.
You're flying into Copenhagen, you're in the heart of the action, and then you're getting off for 11 nights on this beautiful ship. Oslo is your first port of call, and you just want to imagine forest-clad slopes plummeting into this island-studded fjord. It's absolutely incredible. It's Scandinavia's oldest capital city. It's the commercial heart of Norway, and it's a great opportunity for you to dock right by Akershus Castle that you just saw there, which gives you great views down the fjord, and also of the whole of the place itself. Now, Vigeland Park is beautiful. It's loads of huge sculptures that you can go and explore just on the edge of town. It's a town full of museums with a massive waterfront, and when you do go around there, I would recommend going to the National Gallery, seeing the Scream, that wonderful picture in its original form, maybe heading out to see the Viking ships, or going to a Nobel Peace Prize museum, which is absolutely wonderful and really gives you the history of that wonderful project. And again, as you sail out, you're going to sail back out through Oslo Fjord, so make sure you're on deck for the arrival and for leaving. Okay, then we're going to Gothenburg, Sweden's second largest city. Really beautiful network of gracious canals lined with elegant buildings. Really lovely place to go and relax. Full of beautiful Swedish people as well. That you can't complain about that. Then we're going to the next day. We're going through to Berlin. This is Germany. This is Warnemünde is the port itself, and Warnemünde itself is gilded with lots of beautiful beaches. In fact, the actual centre itself is medieval, and you can go and explore it. I'd recommend you doing that. However, the real highlight here is going into Berlin, going and get a chance to tick off all those big sites. We've seen the Brandenburg Gate, maybe going through and seeing the famous wall, Checkpoint Charlie, with the history there of all the great escapes. I love the best thing to do here is you can do a wonderful little tour in a little Trabant car, the little East German cars going round, and you can see the parts of East Germany which you wouldn't really know even existed. At sea, before we then go through to Tallinn in Estonia, here you're stepping back into the 1400s. It's like a huge medieval storybook where you imagine the Brothers Grimm to step round the corner at any moment. It's beautiful. Try and head to the town square. There it is, one of the world's oldest weather vanes on the top of that little beautiful building. Then we're going through to St. Petersburg. You've got an overnight in St. Petersburg, and this really is incredible. This is Russia. This is Russia's window to the west. The overnight gives you a chance maybe to go to the ballet, maybe go and see the Nutcracker, or go and see some traditional Russian dancing. The whole city is incredible. As you walk round, you kind of want to, almost it's gingerbread architecture, you kind of want to break it off and eat it, with the Church of Blood. You've got an incredible Hermitage. You're seeing images of this now, with over 3 million works of art in there, and that includes the Winter Palace. And again, great masters like Rembrandt and Titan and many others have got paintings there. You can also take a twilight cruise on the River Neva. That's the Church of Blood. That's my favourite building in the whole of St. Petersburg. They stored potatoes in there during World War II.
Honestly, it doesn't look real, does it?
It doesn't, that's what I'm saying. It's gingerbread. It's gingerbread. And then the great palaces, you know. Go and see how the Romanovs lived it up. You know, head out to the Catherine Palace and that. OK, then we're going out now to Helsinki, Finland. It's a sea town par excellence. And again, half the city almost seems to be on the water. And you're going to see one big image coming up of the Suomenlinna Sea Fortress, which is absolutely incredible. Great views from there, great picnic spot. And then finally, so much to do in this cruise, Stockholm, Sweden, spread out across 14 islands. It's my favourite of the ports here. Go and have a Swedish massage, go and try some of the crumble cake, go and see the wonderful Vasa 95% warship, completed warship. Just wander around, try some local coffees, and do the historic rooftop tour, 130 foot above the city.
And again,
staring out.
When you see the map here, you realise that just how much of the world you're seeing on one single holiday.
You really are,
yeah.
And that's the great thing, Sean. Because you're flying into Copenhagen, you don't lose a couple of days. You really make the most of your cruise.
And a great price, that lead deck to the 4th of June. And Chris, just remind us of this stunning ship. She's only around about less than a year old.
Less than a year, yeah. May it was inaugurated. So you know, even if you were sailing in 2 years, it would still look as good as new. You know, there's nothing better than a new ship.
And that atrium looks absolutely stunning.
Right.
I want to go on her.
It's got the Seawalk as well, which I think you've seen a couple of times, which kind of comes out across the edge of the slip. This thing here.
There you go.
There's the Seawalk, and a kind of glass floor all the way down. It goes right the way around the edge of the ship. 28 foot beyond the edge of the ship.
Wow. OK. Let's show you what's included right now. We've got some great dates all the way from May through to August there. Your return flights, they're included in the price there. You've got a wonderful overnight on board in St. Petersburg. Slightly different itineraries depending on the date, but again, just ask our cruise consultants all about those. Talking of which, I want to say a final thank you to Chris. Before I do, actually, a lot of you have been asking about the prices. We have got great prices across all of the dates there, and some lovely upgrades to balconies as well. So, you know, again, you can see there, lovely pricing right the way for us from May to August. But yeah, I want to say a big thank you to Chris from Planet Cruise. Chris, I know you work in the call centre. You help our viewers choose their cruises. Right. You know, even if our viewers have questions, queries, you're always there to help, aren't you?
That's right. You know, this one package that we've tailor-made ourselves. So if you wanted to spend more time in Copenhagen, for example, then we're there for you, and we can build around whatever you'd like.
Well, Chris, thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon here on the show. It's great to see you again.